Hey guys, it's Amy. Welcome back to Too Blessed. Today's video, I wanted to try something a little bit different. And I've seen some videos where they did different tags that had questions on. And so I kind of went searching online and I found this one that is called the Get to Know Me tag. And it has 25 questions. And so I thought that I would just film a video today and I would answer these questions, and if you don't already know me, you might learn something new about me. So I'm just going to jump into this and see. You know me, you know that my videos are usually pretty long, so I'm going to see if I can get through these pretty quickly. So let's get started. Question number 1 is, what is your middle name? My middle name is Lynn. So I'm Amy Lynn, and Lynn is spelled with an E. So question number 2, what was your favorite subject in high school? My favorite subject was always English, or anything related to English. I did go to college for a couple of years, and that actually was what I was going to major in. I ended up not finishing, but I took several English classes, writing classes, a literature class, and I loved all of those. Okay, next question. And I just now noticed I'm looking at this list on my computer, and these questions are numbered incorrectly. So I don't know that there's actually 25 questions, but we're just going to go through the whole list. So the next question should be number 3, but it says number 4. So the next question is, what is your favorite song at the moment? My favorite song is the one called Blessings by Laura Story. Because that song it's one of those songs that when you hear a song and you feel like it could have been written about you. That's how I feel about that song. It describes the part of my life that I'm going through right now, with kind of difficult things, but dealing with them, and I absolutely love that song. Okay, the next question is going to be a hard one. The next question is, what would you, or what have you named your children? If you've been here for a while, you know that we had a miscarriage several years ago, and we have been told that we will not have any more children. So we're hoping someday to adopt, but that's why this question is just a little difficult for me. I had probably since I was a teenager, I had a girl's name picked out that I loved and that I always thought that I would use for one of my daughters. And that name is Emma Marjorie. I've always loved the name Emma. It's just one of my favorites. But I also love the book Emma by Jane Austen. And then I found out that Emma was a name in our family. On my dad's side of the family. I think it was his great-grandmother, I believe, was named Emma. And then Marjorie was for my grandmother, for my dad's mom. And I was very close to her. So I always wanted to use her name. I knew this was going to make me cry. So that's the girl's name that I would have used. And then when we had our miscarriage, it was at 12 weeks. And so we didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. But part of kind of the healing process that we went through, we decided that the baby was a boy, and we decided that we would have named him after my husband. So his name would have been Steve Jason Wadsworth, and when we talk about him now, we usually just kind of refer to him as Junior, because that's probably what we would have called him. So those are the 2 names that we used, or that we would have used. I didn't expect to cry in this video. Whew. Okay, let's go to the next question. I think the rest of these are much lighter questions. So, have you participated in any sports? Not really. When I was in high school, they used to make us try to play volleyball, and we all hated it. We just despised it. So no, I'm not. Not really. I'm not a sports participating type of person. Okay, next question. What is your favorite book? I love to read, so I have tons of favorite books and books that I love. I already mentioned Jane Austen. I love all of her books, every single one. But I would say probably my most favorite book, and I grabbed a copy of it because not only is this my favorite book, but this particular copy is my favorite because I got this from my grandmother that I mentioned earlier, and this book is Little Women. She gave this to me for Christmas one year. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I've had it for quite a few years, and it's pretty worn. If you can see the edges, I mean, the edges are just worn away, and I try to keep this nice. You know, I do read it once in a while, but I try to be very gentle with it. I mean, there's the spine, and you can see the edges are just worn, absolutely worn. But I love Little Women, and I just particularly love this copy because, of course, my grandmother got it for me, and it's even got inside, she wrote a little note inside of it, so I just love being able to see that. Okay, let's move on. Get through the rest of these questions. What is your favorite color? I would say really my favorite color is purple, but I don't really use purple very much, like in my home or anything like that. So I would probably like my second favorite color, the color I use the most, is yellow. Next question. Oh, there we go. What is your favorite holiday? Ooh, that's an easy one because that is Christmas. And I'm kind of excited this year because last year I did a couple videos that showed a tour of our home when it was decorated for Christmas, and those were really like the first videos that I did. So this coming year, I'm really excited to do some more videos related to Christmas, so I'm already thinking about that. Okay, next question. On a scale from 1 to 10, rate your childhood. Honestly, I would probably almost give it a 10, but people would probably think I'm lying, so I'd say 9. I had a really good childhood. I have really great memories of doing things with my family, and it was just great. So, next question. Have you been out of the country? No. Nope. Do you speak any different languages? No. And I actually took French in college, but I can't hardly speak a word of it, so no, just English. Next question. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have 3 brothers and 4 sisters. So I also have a lot of nieces and nephews and brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws. So I have just a wonderful big family. Next question. What is your favorite store? Well, I mean, technically my favorite store would be the thrift store. If we're talking about other than the thrift store, probably Hobby Lobby. The next question is, what is your favorite restaurant? Probably, it might be a tie for favorite, because I love Taco Bell and I also love Chick-fil-A. So I would say those are probably my 2 favorites. Okay, just a couple more. Next question. Did you like school? That's a hard question to answer. I enjoyed, how do I say this? I enjoyed doing like the school work, like that part of school, I loved. I was mostly homeschooled, but there were a couple of years that we attended private school through our church, and I actually did not care for that. I really didn't like being around the other kids. I'm not saying that like I'm antisocial or something like that, but just the other kids that were in the school, I didn't always get along with, and I much preferred being homeschooled because I could just do my work whenever I wanted, not have to deal with like this schedule, and now you have to go to recess, and now you have to go to lunch. I liked being able to do kind of like what I wanted when I wanted. So yes and no, I guess is the answer to that question. Okay, next question is, who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I would say probably my top very, very favorite is the channel called The Fry Life. I've talked about them before because they are the ones that really inspired me to start making YouTube videos, because Mary has cystic fibrosis, and so they vlog every day and kind of follow their life and how she deals with having a chronic illness, a very serious illness. And that's kind of what I wanted to share with some of my videos too, is talking about, you know, what I deal with. So they're I would say they're my favorite, and they are the ones that sort of inspired me to start also. Okay, next question is, what is your favorite movie? Some of these questions are really hard because I don't have just one favorite, you know. So let me think. Favorite. Probably one of my very favorites, one that I just watch over and over, no matter how many times I watch it, I still love it, is Pride and Prejudice, but the BBC version, the long version. It was like a mini series that they made. The one with Colin Firth as the main characters. I'm having a brain moment here and I can't think of anything. That's pretty typical for me. Anyway, that's one of my favorites because I feel like they stuck very true to the book, and in fact a lot of the dialogue that they used in the movie was like word for word from the book, and I really like that. So that's one of my very favorites that I can just watch over and over. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next one. What are some of your favorite TV shows? We don't have TV in our house. I mean, we have television sets, but we don't have TV like connected to them. We don't have cable. We don't have an antenna or anything like that. So we don't watch any TV, you know, in that way. One that I do mostly enjoy, I don't like everything on it, is America's Got Talent, and I can watch that online like the day after it airs. And like I do kind of like watching that one, you know, sometimes it's got things on it that are not exactly appropriate. So the nice thing about watching that online is I can just skip over parts of it when I want to. So that's really the only like current TV show that I watch at all. So, okay, 2 more questions. Next one is, how tall are you? And I am not very tall at all. I am 5'3". So I have a step stool that I keep in my house, and I carry it around with me because it seems like wherever I go, I need to reach something that I can't reach. So I have my little step stool that I can get on. All right, and then the last question is, do you have any pets? We do. We have a dog. The dog that we have, she was given to my husband several years ago, before we were married. So he's had her for about 8 or 9 years, I believe. Her name is Lacey, and she is outside. She's a big dog, and she actually, it's a little sad, she actually is probably not going to be with us much longer. She is, like I said, he's had her for about 9 years, and she was probably several years old when he got her. So she's getting up there in years. We took her to the vet, I think it's been about 2 years ago, and they found out that she had heartworms. And, you know, they wanted us to put her down, but we talked to them about it, and they said she would not suffer. So, you know, they said basically one day she would just kind of go to sleep. So, you know, we didn't want to have her put down if she wasn't going to suffer anyway. So we still have her, you know, she's still with us, but I think she also might have some arthritis. She has a difficult time getting around now. So a lot of times she just kind of lays in the yard. So, like I said, we do have her. She's a good dog. She's pretty quiet. She doesn't bark a lot, but she does bark when a strange vehicle comes up our driveway, and I appreciate that, you know, because I'm usually here by myself during the day, so I get a little warning from her. So she's a sweet dog. And then earlier this year, we got a cat. He started out as an indoor cat, but when we got him because our house is surrounded by trees, and we have, you know, some rodents and things in the yard. So we wanted a cat to sort of take care of that for us. So he is mostly outside now. He'll come in the house every once in a while. We got him from the Humane Society, and I think they had gotten him around Christmas time, and they named him Elf. So when we brought him home, we kind of talked about different names for him, and we just couldn't ever really agree on anything that we liked. So I kind of just took to calling him Buddy, because Buddy the Elf. So it kind of fits him. So those are the pets that we have right now, dog and a cat. So that's it. That's the last question. So thanks for watching this video, and if you're new here, you can go ahead and subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button that's down underneath the video, and then you'll be notified anytime I post a new video. If you have an idea for a video that you would like to see, let me know in the comments, or if you want to tell me what your answer is to one of these questions, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.